important marketing is for young entrepreneurs? And if they are starting, what sort of strategies they should make to market their new startups, new businesses? And how was your marketing journey? How you switched to banking to marketing?
Okay. Let's take it from the top. How I switched, and then I will go into the entrepreneur and how they would do the marketing strategies. Uh,
Okay.
uh, uh, when in year 10, actually, in the bank, year 10, uh, I met the CEO, who is the boss of my boss, and I was heading the product development back then. And he asked me in the elevator, Arham, he said, Hamza, do you want to be a banker or a marketeer? And to be frankly, back then, I didn't know what I was doing. I was happy, I was learning, I was growing, I was promoted, I was liked. So I was satisfied. I was completely happy and content. But this question was raised in the elevator, and I had to answer. Because I was in marketing, I said marketeer. Then he said, good, because if you told me you want to be a banker, I would have told you to go to trade finance. So from the sales experience, I gradually, the department of the sales became bigger, and we started having not only sales, we started having business services as well. And then from that, some of the team became project managers, and they were given some, because they have a very good operational background, they were given some a task to do in terms of feasibility study for certain products and so on. And we work with them, and we changed the department, and we developed a new department within the marketing called product development. So when coming back to the CEO, John Wright, God bless him, he said, Hamza, but it's good you said marketing, because banking is trade finance, but you are an engineer, you don't have the marketing qualification. Why don't you sort out your qualification? And I will support you. We will sponsor you. Check out cim.co.uk. So immediately it was like, this is a long story. I told you the long version, but it was like maybe 50 seconds, the whole thing happened. And he left the elevator. I went to my floor, and then I went immediately to my workstation, and we didn't have Google back then. I think Netscape or Yahoo, I don't know, one of them. So I put cim.co.uk, and here comes the Chartered Institute of Marketing in UK, in Berkshire. And I got involved in it, and the bank supported me, and I got the 5 qualification. I became a chartered marketeer. Now that gave me another insight, because in marketing, we talk about the 4 Ps, and this is for our entrepreneurs. You have to have a product or service at least. You cannot be an entrepreneur without a service or a product, right? And then you have to price that, because you need income to grow, to expand, to sustain. So you need to price it intelligently, competitive pricing, skimming pricing, penetration, depending on the product, what you have, and the strategy that you have. Then you have to promote the product, and you have to have a place to sell it from. These are called the marketing mix. Then they added another 3. They called them the servicing mix, the service mix, which became the people element of the marketing mix, the process, and the physical evidence. Now the process is like, you say you go to a bank, you go out with the ATM card. You go to another bank, they tell you we'll deliver it to your office, or you have to come after 3 or 1 week. So that's the process. It became part of the marketing. So when you are an entrepreneur and you're doing, for example, a cafe, what's the process of the cafe? The process of sourcing the cafe, the suppliers who's giving you the coffee beans, what are you going to do with them? How are you going to grind them? How are you going to roast them? And what sort of machine you're going to use to get the espresso, the cafe latte, whatever you are selling in your cafe. And then how is it going to be paid for, and how is the customer, what kind of, you're going to use ceramic or you're going to use other kind of material. So all this becomes like the physical evidence, the showroom that you have, the tiles, the whole atmosphere, the whole experience. But because I became subject matter in sales, the bank started asking me to train newcomers on sales, to train the branches on selling skills. And then they said, no, I want you to train on customer service, then on marketing. And then the Institute of Banking Studies, they started asking me from the bank to go and train on their premises. So when I saw the people element in the marketing mix, my heart lit up. And even within the 10 years gender that I had with the bank, I've always, even my boss was people oriented, and we would work really hard, and we would work at home just to make him successful, just because he loves us, just because he wants to make us successful, because he's taking care of us. We want to do everything for him. So I said, people are the most important element in the marketing mix. Without them, you cannot do anything. You cannot do the product, even. You cannot do the promotion. You cannot do nothing. And the people, they have the heart, and they have the head that they think of, and they have the heart, and then they have the hand where their skill is. So you have the KSA, the knowledge in the head, and the passion or the attitude in the heart, and the skills in the hand. So you have the three H's, and with those three H's, if they overlap in a nice way, you get to the big H, which is habit. Then you do stuff like it's nothing for you. It's like, you do it like natural, like riding the bicycle, like riding the bicycle. How did you learn to ride the bicycle? You can learn anything, my friend, anything, if you know the process, if you know how. Just go follow the process and you'll get there. Anything. So entrepreneur, go for it. Have have a plan, have a strategy, and know. But I don't want somebody who wants. If we're talking about a coffee shop, since we're talking about coffee shop, I don't want someone to go and, because he loves coffee or she loves coffee, and they say we want to open a coffee shop. No, don't do that. Before, go and work in a coffee shop, work in the coffee shop that you love, and start from maybe sweeping the ground, the floors. So yeah.
The golden principles, and I think that the golden experience have been shared, and I have learned a lot. And that you have explained the whole marketing process from learning to implementing. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of aspiring people, um,